What's up, SketchPAD writers? Jason again from STL SketchPAD. So I wanted to post this video today. I recently had a reader of the blog ask me, "Hey, how can I pitch better sketches at pitch meetings? So many times I get bogged down by details and I end up losing the fun of the sketch." So I wanted today to show you my top 3 tips for pitching better sketches in pitch meetings. Tip number 1. So tip number 1 is prepare yourself for it. Okay, and by this I mean, we all have these phones with cameras on them. We all have webcams. Why not pitch it to one of your video cameras? Why not pitch it and see how you look? What parts are interesting to you? What part are you not enthusiastic about? How long does it take you to get to the meat of the sketch itself? So you do this, and once you do it just 2 or 3 times, it'll take you 3 minutes, 5 minutes at most. To kind of do this. And by doing so, you're going to be so far ahead of everyone else, because I guarantee you nobody else does this. So pitch it to your camera and then replay it and say, oh, okay, I see. I'm not, conveying the message here. I'm taking too long to get to the fun. If you start with the fun right away, then you'll captivate them a lot quicker and they'll be interested in what you're saying, and you'll have them, right off the bat. And by practicing just a few times on your video camera, you can get to that fun right away. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is grab a teammate. Find an ally. Okay, so before you go into the pitch meeting, I want you to go to the person that's like the main role in your sketch. And I want you to say to them, "Hey, I have this great sketch idea for you. This is what I want you to do in it. What do you think of this?" And what you're doing is you're spitballing, but you're also creating an enthusiasm within that person. These are all performers. They want to be main parts in sketches, right? They want to perform. So when you get to the meeting part, you can say, "Hey, I had this pitch idea, and so-and-so is the main lead in it." Well, all of a sudden, that person's going to perk up, right? They're going to be like, "Oh, it's showtime. This is a chance for me to show everybody, the sketch that we've been working on." Even though maybe they haven't really been working on it with you, but they feel it. They're emotionally involved. They're able to take a little bit of ownership in it with you. So you've created an ally and a teammate going into the pitch meeting that other people aren't going to have. And so now you have 2 people pitching this idea as opposed to just 1. Some of the strongest sketches that I've ever been pitched was when 2 people were working on characters or working on, the sketch idea, and then they presented it to the group. The energy is so live, it's so enthusiastic, and other people, are going to take notice, and they can't help but piggyback on that enthusiasm. They want to be a part of that. So the last tip number 3, is present 2 sketches at once. And by this, what I mean is, you give the thesis statement, the declarative statement, or the character for one sketch that you're really happy about or you're excited about, and then the second one that you haven't really fleshed out the full idea of it yet. You like it, but maybe you're not as involved in it. And what this does is it's actually an old like persuasion technique or a sales technique. And what you're doing is you're working the brain, the human brain of, when presented with 2 options, we're more likely to pick one over the other, right? So if you're presented with 2 oranges, and they look alike, well, you're going to pick the orange that maybe looks a little bit better, smells a little bit better, as opposed to nothing at all. And, this is an upselling technique. Anybody who's done fast food has probably heard, always offer 2 things at once. Would you like fries or a Coke? As opposed to one or the other. If you want fries, people can just say no. If you want Coke, people can just say no. But if you want fries or Coke, people say, "Oh, well, I'd rather have the fries than the Coke, so give me the fries." It's taking our natural instinct to want to compare things, to want to pick one over the other. And what we're doing is the whole point of pitching sketch is just to get picked, right? We want our sketch to be picked. We want to showcase our work. We want to be able to, what's the point of working and writing and putting all this time and effort into something if it's never even going to be picked, right? There's no point in wasting your time. So those are your 3 tips. 1, prepare ahead of time. Run it through a video, or your spouse, significant other, 2 or 3 times. Really get down, get to the meat of the matter. 2, find a teammate, find an ally. Before you even walk into the pitch room, find someone who's already on your side, and when the time comes, they're going to be just excited about that sketch as you are. And 3, I want you to put people in a place to where they're more likely to pick your sketch. And one way to do that is by comparing 2 sketches, okay? The first one and the second one work really well together, as well as some other tips that I've put at the end of this blog post as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps. Please let me know. Let me know if these are great pitch ideas, or maybe they're crap. That's okay too. Let me know either way. And I hope to develop more of these. So if you have a question about sketch writing, sketch comedy producing, anything like that, send them my way. Email me. The link is somewhere around here, I'm sure. Email me, let me know, and maybe the next video will feature your question. Thanks.